I need to look at the notes, so I can say I buy one. Yeah,
Make a motion to.
Hold on.
no, we're just thinking,
Way ahead.
we're just thinking out loud.
This is recording. Yes. Ready to pledge?
Stand up for the Pledge of Allegiance. Oh, hold on, wait a second, here comes Angelica.
All right, good, I need to give her some paper. All right,
Hello.
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 We're gonna do the pledge.
Ready, you're leading.
You're leading the pledge. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. All right, have a seat. No. Well, everybody is here besides for Joe. Yeah, we're just
I
gonna.
didn't hear from him. And normally I only hear from him if he's not
Not gonna
coming,
be here,
but
so yeah, he might be on his way. The minutes from the previous meeting are attached. Please let me know if you approve or want to. All right, all those in favor? Opposed? Passes. Claims.
minutes are in there to sign. I did not, hopefully the minutes are right. I did not look at the docket amount. Everything, there are no non-docket claims tonight, but there is a little bit of a difference. Docket is $3,873.50.
Bond payments since next Monday.
Yeah, heck, Monday stuff. And those are some different colored claims that you're not used to seeing because they're green. But
So those will be signed.
the bottom line of the green claims, each of those is the amount that the redevelopment's obligated for. 20-some dollars on one, and
130 for the other.
yeah, that is essentially for time and effort and equipment, software and subscriptions for the streaming system between Riverview, River City and X Money.
Right, I'll make a motion to approve the docket of 3873.50.
Second.
And who was the second from? Helen.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Passes. Right.
Okay, that was a little bit different, like I said. I will tell you about, while that's going around, your meeting in September. A month or so ago, the police department, the fire department were here talking about the 800 megahertz repeater, which is the backup radio system that you approved, I think up to like $27,000 or $28,000 on that. The other part of that are replacement radios, which the police department has also sought grant funding from 2 other sources. They've not heard from them yet. I expect Chief Kramer will be here to talk about a request that he has. And this goes back to the 2025 TIF spending plan budget that the redevelopment commission adopted in November, December of last year. Having said that, I will introduce the discussion on the 2026 TIF budget and spending plan at your September meeting, just to discuss it in broad strokes, and then come back to you about 2 weeks before your October meeting with a draft of that budget for you to review and then consider for adoption at the October meeting. And the reason we wanted to do that was so that if suddenly there are aha moments as in November that we're looking at and say, oh, wait a minute, we should have done this instead of that as a city with TIP. We have an opportunity, we have enough time, we can come back and amend it. We could amend it in January if need be, but it just gives us a little bit of breathing room to go through it. And it's not just the police and fire stuff. This is for literally anything, any tip dollar that's spent, bond payments, things like that. Those all have to be reflected in that TIF spending plan. This is the first year for it. So it's been kind of a learning experience for a lot of communities. We've done fairly well with it. Next year, we'll dig in a little bit more and see if there's anything new around the horizon.
Well, it's not like we've not always had a plan. Or.
Correct, yeah. Well, they weren't required to have a plan that said, this is how we're going to spend it. They did obligations they had, which were primarily bonds. And unless they had a major capital expenditure for infrastructure, water line, sewer line, or something like that, communities generally didn't, but they didn't spend it until they had actually had the project. The state law change essentially forced all communities to use TIF funding to stop and take a more strategic view of it, because there were a number of them in the state that just didn't really have a formal process. And I think it's Department of Local Government, Finance, and State Board of Accounts means of saying, okay, let's make sure we're tying this together. We're not overspending or
Makes sense.
so.
I do think that we've been a little bit ahead of that curve just because.
Yeah,
With the bonds and some of the projects that we had, Stellar helped with that.
Stellar actually helped tremendously.
And, you know, the improvements we made up at Skyline or OFS with the curb and gutter and.
Yeah.
And those projects. So this, I think, we're ahead of the game, but yeah, this is the next phase.
Right. Your next meeting will be on Tuesday, September 16th at 5:15. Barring any surprises in life. Oh, well, that's it. But at least you didn't take the state.
We didn't take state line, so we'll be okay. It's all
We'll be
good.
okay on that.
Would have blamed Jamie for that.
Yeah, exactly. But that is all I've got unless you've got questions.
Any questions? Any public input? All right.
Good question.
To. Yeah. First and second. All those in favor?
Who's the first?